time campaigning against this controversial bill, which included the introduction of the death penalty for some homosexual acts. And that did become law in 2014, but was annulled 6 months later. Now, Kasia, you're now focusing on media relations, and you founded a newspaper, magazine, TV and radio station, so media platform. Why did you choose to do so?
So I decided that I think I need to do something to bridge a gap within our activism that is not really happening, because all organizations were dealing with empowerment, were dealing with health, were dealing with advocacy, but no one was really paying much attention to media. And I'm one of the people who doesn't really like the media because they've been inciting violence in our struggle, have spoiled so many people's lives. And yet we need the media to be able to amplify our voices, to be able to reach the masses. So I said, instead of just getting angry with the media, let me do something about it. So when I started this media, it was not a proactive action. It was actually anger. I was being reactive. I'm like, okay, you want to shame us? You want the whole world to know that there are homosexuals who are people who are like this? Let me give it to you. Instead of giving false information, let me give you the faces. Let me give you the actual truths about our community instead of lying to the world. So it was just a reactive move. It was supposed to be a newspaper. But then I said the newspaper will be read and then it will be used to light the charcoal stove and to disappear. And so I decided to make it a glossy magazine because I know people like free things. So if I make a glossy magazine and it's free, people will not ban it and it will look nice. And so I needed to use a catchy phrase that would attract Ugandans to pick it up from the supermarkets, from the streets and all this. And that's how Bombastic. I named it after myself because Bombastic is my nickname. But because Ugandans like Shaggy, the American R&B singer, and because he comes to Uganda almost every year, and people love Mr. Lover, Mr. Bombastic. So I thought that if I use something that Ugandans resonate with, people will fight for the magazine. And it worked. People fought for the magazine. And it was glossy, it was nice, and people are not banning it. We took it to Parliament, we took it to everywhere. And so people were calling us. Parents called to say they didn't even know the word transgender, existed. And they didn't even know there's a group like us. So it caused a lot of up and down, but for me, I was happy because people received it and people are reading it. And then even within the community, people started saying, I want to share my story. Because this was not just for the masses outside, but also for within the community to know that what you're going through, you're not going through it alone. So the thing grew bigger than me. It was just a reactionary move, but then it became bigger than me. Then the TV came up, then the radio came up, then, it became a real platform because it expanded.
The decision by the Indian Supreme Court